Unless you've spent the last year or so under a rock, you've most likely heard of NFTs and scratched your head at how an ape JPEG is worth hundreds of thousands, or even what NFT stands for. NFTs, or non-fungible tokens, were among the most famous and popular fintech concepts in 2021. You couldn't scroll on crypto Twitter or TikTok for 5 minutes without seeing a 15-year-old shove the concept down your throat. This digital asset infiltrated the digital world like an alien invasion, and the craze continues to spread around the world. Last year, the digital marketplace for NFTs grew to a multi-billion-dollar industry, being looked at by sought-after companies like Facebook, Nike, and more. Because of the high volume of NFT sales are frequently in the news. You've probably seen stories in the news and on social media about teens or kids who created and sold NFTs for a fortune. One such noteworthy story involved a 12-year-old whiz kid from London who made nearly $400,000 in just 2 months by creating and selling NFTs. This is ridiculous. I wish this was my childhood. All I did as a kid was play video games and pray to God that I magically woke up with superpowers. I'm still waiting on them. But NFTs are making today the easiest and fastest way to become a millionaire in your teens in the history of mankind. So, if you know a thing or two about doodles and can market a project using social media, you'll want to stick around to the end of this video because we'll show you what the future of NFTs beholds, and the one thing you need to know before buying your own NFT instead of a sports car to flex on your friends. If you're new to this channel, welcome to Crypto Castle, where we bridge the gap between the universe and the metaverse, so when all your friends are balling out of control in both verses, you can stay ready so you don't have to get ready. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and comment below to let YouTube know that you don't want to be left behind. On December 2nd, 2021, the Merge became the most expensive NFT ever sold for $91.8 million. And now, even celebrities have jumped on the digital asset bandwagon and are reaping large profits. Celebrities such as Grimes, Paris Hilton, Jack Dorsey, Mark Cuban, and others are all interested in this hot commodity. They probably realized NFT was the new .com boom and saw all the monies to be made by riding its coattails. Grimes, a musician, sold around $6 million in digital artworks after putting them up for auction. And Jack Dorsey, Twitter's ex-CEO and founder, also sold an NFT of his first tweet for $2.9 million. That's insane. I know, it's a lot to take in. There have been some weird NFTs that make you wonder if it's art or just some new weird fad that's here today and gone tomorrow. Remember when everyone was obsessed with Clubhouse? Whatever happened to that? But let's all agree. The millions of dollars spent on these NFTs are ridiculous to the naked eye, as is some of the artwork for sale. First up, what's NFT and what's so fascinating about it? In the simplest term, NFT or non-fungible tokens are any unique digital asset that is stored on a blockchain. Anything digital can be converted into an NFT. This digital asset can be artwork, a game item, an animation, or images. Yes, I know what you're thinking. This video can also be converted to an NFT. So can your mama's tweet about Trump. And the same thing goes with that weird drawing of your friend that doesn't look anything like them. I guess that seems to be what qualifies for NFTs these days. The NFTs I've seen recently have been more strange looking than artistic or beautiful. They give me the creeps. Back to NFTs. Non-fungible basically means it's one of a kind that can't be replaced with anything else. Cryptocurrencies, on the other hand, are not NFTs because they can be traded or exchanged for one another. Cryptocurrencies and physical currencies are fungible, which means they're interchangeable. The value of $1 bill is the same as the value of another. A Bitcoin is also fungible, which means you can exchange one Bitcoin for another, and they will have the same value and price. Conversely, a non-fungible token is unique and cannot be interchanged. While 𝐤𝐤𝐤𝐿 and the Birth of Venus are both paintings, they cannot be swapped because they are two very different, unique works of art. Let's proceed. In the same way that a buyer might acquire ownership of an original copy of a physical piece of art, NFTs allow buyers to acquire ownership of a digital file. Like physical art, NFT can be bought and sold in the same way. So what this means is that when you buy an NFT, you will receive proof of ownership that will be stored on the blockchain. The unique data of NFTs makes it simple to verify their ownership. You could say NFTs have made it possible for artists to reap the fruit of their labor monetarily, while buyers gain bragging rights for purchasing a famous piece. Long gone are the days of describing them as starving artists. Trust me, these people are getting paid. One of the things we need to talk about is the impact of NFTs on our environmental costs. One of the issues that these NFT platforms don't seem to be interested in addressing is carbon emissions. I don't know, they're probably interested, but have a terrible way of showing it. Depending on how they are produced, non-fungible tokens may be harmful to the environment. These platforms are so focused on making sales and millions overnight that they overlook the negative impact of NFTs on the environment. Just like most coal factories in your area haven't done anything about this over the past centuries, so why would they start now? Quick flashback to high school when your chemistry teacher was telling you about how pollutants affect our environment. Remember when they said these pollutants over time can contribute to climate change, which we all know is a bad thing. So the term minting an NFT refers to the process of converting digital files into digital assets that exist on the blockchain. An NFT is minted using an energy-intensive method at an NFT marketplace. So we're saying that creating digital art requires a certain amount of energy. Furthermore, cryptocurrency operates on the same system and necessitates a massive amount of energy, the impact of which on the environment has recently become a concern. Both crypto and NFTs are partners in crime and they both use tons of energy. This can leave an increased carbon footprint in the environment, and like we all agreed on, that's not good. According to CryptoArt.wtf, an average NFT consumes the same amount of energy as a month's worth of electricity for a typical EU resident. Mining isn't the only thing that uses a lot of energy. A single digital currency transaction, such as bidding, canceling, selling, or transferring ownership, is reported to use up to 2,000 kilowatt hours of energy, which is the equivalent to, I'm not sure, but that's a lot of electricity though, trust me. I get that we all want to make some money, but let's not cause a carbon emission apocalypse while trying to do so. The environmental impact of NFTs is gradually gaining popularity, particularly among those concerned about the environment. NFT buyers and sellers must adopt new creative methods for efficient technology to reduce or eliminate the environmental impact of NFTs. Another example of the dark side of NFTs is that they are infested with con artists. There are a lot of cybersecurity risks in the NFT world. New scams that are constantly making their way onto the NFT scene. Discord hacks are one of the most common types of NFT scams. These con artists can also be found on Telegram, Twitter, Instagram, and other public platforms. Unsuspecting members are asked to invest Ethereum tokens in non-existent NFTs. These scammers can pose as administrators and post a bogus minting link in the announcements channel. NFT collectors have lost a lot of money as a result of malicious link scams. It seems like every other day another celebrity is coming out with a promising NFT collection that just ends up being a bust. I see you, Logan Paul. Whether it's a romance scam or NFT scams, it's always the same game plan. Get the targets to trust you and propose things that are too good to be true. Then, as soon as the targets become interested, they are caught in the trap, and before you say Jack Robinson, your funds are gone. One of the most common types of scams in which con artists send victims emails or in some cases pay a visit to your DM. Alright guys, quick lesson. Pull out the notepad and repeat after me. You should never respond if you receive a direct message from someone claiming to be a founder or an admin, because no admin or staff member will ever DM you unless you first message them. Due to the fact that the NFT space is still relatively loosely regulated, Cyber criminals have a lot of room to exploit loopholes. Two of the most popular schemes used by these scammers are phishing scams and suspicious pop-ups involving phony advertisements, requesting users' private wallet keys or 12-word security seed phrases. This is a series of private words used to gain access to a cryptocurrency wallet. If your seed phrase is compromised, you may lose your tokens and NFTs. Your private key should never be shared with anyone. Never with anyone, even if they ask politely. So if you want to buy an NFT, you should do your research on the NFT you're interested in. Remain vigilant, make informed decisions, and never invest more than you can afford to lose. The last point we'll be looking at is fraud and art theft. The theft issue for NFT affects the entire crypto industry. Many artists have described this as a nightmare. Infringement of copyright is common in the NFT industry, and artists have been voicing their concerns about theft and hacking. While some people think you can steal an NFT by right-clicking and saving them, others specialize in flat-out stealing it from your wallet. So don't make it easy for them to do so by leaving your MetaMask unlocked for too long or giving out your password to anyone. Even if an account named Elon tweets at you. I know it can be tempting, but don't be that person. In a more serious vein, one of the issues is that anyone can mint a digital file as an NFT, regardless of whether they have rights to it. Because NFT trading platforms lack a rigorous assessment process, stolen digital assets are minted as NFTs and sold off. Presently, these platforms lack the ability to verify that the artists who create these NFTs are the true owners of the artworks. Art theft isn't the only type of crime that can draw the attention of the regulators. The number of cases of fraudsters is increasing at an alarming rate. Despite the fact that each NFT is unique, fraud is still possible due to the blockchain's anonymity, which makes it impossible to determine who the true owner is. These NFT platforms need to develop better tools to combat the trading of fraudulent NFTs. There's also the issue of wash trading to consider. NFT wash traders inflate the value of their digital collectibles by selling them to new wallets that they fund themselves. This is done to make it appear as if there is a high demand for the asset. NFT's bad reputation stems from all of these issues. This concludes the bleak reality of NFTs. The full potential of non-fungible tokens has yet to be realized. It appears to have a bright future, with billions of dollars traded over non-fungible tokens and a strong community behind it. People recognize the possibilities and want to be a part of it. So far, it's seeming to work out well as we are still in the infancy stage and major companies are in the process of incorporating their own NFT ecosystem. Despite the fact that attacks on NFT investors and platforms are on the rise, the future of NFTs is looking extremely bullish with the sense of community ownership it provides the world. Whether you are powering up to enter the metaverse or just flexing that you have an ape worth thousands of dollars on social media, let's just say NFTs become more and more necessary. Let us know if you found this content helpful, if you have an NFT yourself, or would you buy one if you didn't? Until next time, this is 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐿, where we merge the gap between the universe and the metaverse for everyday people, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and we'll see you in the next video.